How y'all doing? Thanks for having me.
All right, to get us started with Jermaine, we'll start with Seth Emerson and Mike Griffith.
Jermaine, you see the direction kind of college football has gone, where you've got high scoring offenses, Alabama, LSU doing it. That's what y'all have seen the last couple of years. What can you all do realistically to combat that? And especially having seen it twice now, and I'm sure you hope seeing it again. What do you think you all can do to adjust against that kind of an offense?
I mean, it just comes down to your game plan and how well you can execute it and how well you can do to not make any mistakes. It's a football game. There's a winner and a loser, and usually the loser makes the most mistakes. So you just got to do better at not making as much mistakes. Hopefully, none.
Hey, Jermaine, saw you got a pretty good snap count after missing. I guess it was a shoulder earlier. If I'm wrong, correct me. But you had like 30-some snaps. How did you feel out there? And then just as far as the game plan, did you feel like it was mistakes against Alabama, or was it more being out executed, I guess, to use a Kirby term?
I mean, to answer your first question, no, I felt great to be out there with my team, be useful. I don't know if y'all knew this, but in the first quarter Arkansas game, I hurt my shoulder. But I stayed in, finished the game, played through it, realized, the severity of the injury. And we decided, as a team to just, sit out the next couple games. And then coming into the Bama week, it just felt great to be out there and, like I said, be useful for my team and be available in any way I can. And can you ask the second part of the question again? I forgot.
Yeah. I was asking about, they had some success. Was that schematic, or was it a matter of execution?
I mean, when you have two teams, I mean, they have a pretty great team, and we have a pretty great team. So when you have teams like that with players like that, plays are going to be made. Like I said, you can only hope that either your team makes more plays or your team also makes the least amount of mistakes. So, I mean, like I said, it's a football game. Things happen, and things happened a little more in their favor, and they executed very well.
Anthony Dasher, then Dean Legge.
Hey, Jermaine, good to see you. What's been different this year as far as the amount of havoc you guys have been able to create this season opposed to this time last year? Just got more and more experience, it's more comfortable in the system. Kind of what is it, according in your opinion?
I mean, I don't know. We've just been cutting loose. It's been a big point of emphasis at practice. The ball, get the ball. So, I mean, I think it's just been guys playing fast and trusting their technique, going out there making plays. I mean, it's been no secret formula or anything like that. We've made a more emphasis about the ball, and we've been trying to go out there and attack it as much as we can.
Thank you.
Along that same front, Jermaine, can y'all tell when the offensive line or the quarterback is confused might be the wrong word, but not, kind of on the wrong foot trying to defend against these blitzes?
Say it again. Whose offensive line? Ours or the opponent?
No, when y'all are creating havoc, can you tell when the offense is having trouble with what's going on, or does it just happen? Or is it that you can tell it's about to happen, or can you tell?
Well, I mean, we practice stunts day in, day out, each day of practice. And Coach Lane he comes up with a lot of new stunts daily. So we go out there and we practice that practice. We practice it so much that we feel confident going into the game because we practice on a great line like ours. And we feel confident going into the game knowing that, we did it on our O-line. And we're going to do it on their O-line. And, may the best man win. So, we don't really fear I don't think we have the option of us losing the stunt in our heads when we're going. We just, we think about winning the stunt every time. So when we go out there and do it that way, then I think things work out effectively for us.
Mark Weiser, then Chip Towers.
Hey, Jermaine, wonder if you and Stetson ever traded junior college stories, and how much do you think that season away from Georgia benefited him?
Stetson's locker is right next to mine. We talk about it every now and then, but more so than anything, it's kind of like an unsaid respect and like understanding of what we both went through. Going to junior college, in my perspective, it helps a lot because you get away from everything and you get really time to focus on you and focus on the things that you need to focus on to get to where you want to be. And I think if I can speak for him, which I can't, but if I can try, I guess I'd say that being away from Georgia, he could focus on the things he needed to focus on and get the shot he got, and he made the most out of it.
Thank you.
Yeah, Jermaine, just following up on that Bama experience, obviously you guys played really well for most of that game. It was the explosives, just a few of them. Is that just kind of the cost of doing business that way, especially against a team that is that explosive? Or when you went back and y'all reviewed that stuff this past week, what's the answer to being able to cover those guys who obviously are very explosive?
I mean, Bama did a great job at motions and rocket motions, stuff like that, to align guys on mismatches or kind of get us screwed up in our coverage. So, I mean, if anything, it'd just be to be more solid on our adjustments and knowing what to do in that aspect.
Jake Rowe, do you have a question?
I do not, no.
Okay, we've got a couple more minutes with Jermaine. We'll just open it up for the last two questions.
Jermaine, this is Chip again. Just specifically on Kentucky, you guys have had a week off. The rest of the season is ahead of you. You know what you guys have to do to get back to Atlanta. Where does Kentucky fall on all that, and how do you feel about this matchup this weekend?
I mean, it's like going into every other game. Our team does a pretty good job of staying consistent in our mindset. We hold a pretty big standard to ourselves, regardless of what team we play. So we're going to go out there and practice like we usually do and hopefully go out there and win on Saturday.
Would anyone like the last question? All right. Thank you so much, Jermaine. Have a great rest of your Monday. Everyone, thank you for participating in today's media availability.
Thanks, Jermaine. Appreciate it.